Hello everyone, welcome to AS Online, and this is Narendra. And in today's class, we will discuss the profit and loss. Right, my dear friends, some important questions we are going to discuss over here, keeping the view of the prelim exam as well as the main exam of clerical level. Okay, I start over here with the very first question, and this is the question. Okay, so let us see what is there in this particular question, and then I will give a few seconds for you to answer the question. So, the question says here, over here is this: a dishonest dealer preferred to sell his goods at cost price. Notice the word cost price, but he uses the weight less weight, and therefore he makes a profit of for 1/6 percentage, that is nothing but 25 by 6% profit, because he is selling at a low percentage at low weight. Suppose he is selling a 1000 grams, that is 1 kg, but he gives only 750 grams. So, he will definitely collecting the money of 1000 gram, but giving the value of 750 gram. So, therefore, he is making a profit. Okay. Now, the question is that what does he use the weight in kg? For 1 kg, what weight he uses? So, can you answer this question? Try to answer the question, my dear friends. I will just wait for 30 seconds for your time. Okay, and after that I will respond to it. Come on. Now it is your time. It is your time. Now I can see the time is over, it's just getting over, and after that, oh, welcome my friends on the board. These are the questions you must know, irrespective of whether you are writing the RRB examination, you are writing the SSC examination, you are writing the banking examination, you are writing any insurance company LIC examination, and all, you must know the questions like this. And you can notice that I am giving the previous year questions, so that you can understand what level of questions at prelim level comes. Okay. So, those who are on the board watching live, welcome to all of them. Now, this is, he says that we already mentioned here how much profit he is getting, that 6/4 is 24 and 24 plus 1 is 25. So, he is making a profit of 25 by 6%. So, what weight is he using for 1000 grams? For 1 kg, that is 1000 grams. See that how the sequence goes on. So, he sells the goods at cost price, and he says that I am selling 1 kg, that means 1000 grams at cost price. So, but he only sells gives a customer 800 grams, but he do not cheat the customer by 200 grams. So, suppose if I assume that price for 1 gram is equal to rupee 1, price for 1 gram is equal to rupee 1, then what he does, he is collecting 1000 rupees from the customer, right, rupees 1000 from the customer, but he delivers the goods of only 800 grams. That means, what is his cost price? His cost price is rupees 800, because he is cheating the weight and giving 800 grams only. So, therefore, this will be your cost price, and this is your selling price because you are collecting the money 1000 rupees. So, how much he is manipulating? 200 grams, am I right? 200 grams. So, this 200 gram will be my profit, 200 gram, that is 200 rupees will be my profit, and this is my cost price. So, what is the profit percentage in this case? My profit percentage is profit by cost price into 100, that is 200 over 800, that is 1 by 4 is 25%. Now, if I erase all the information and I say that a trader says that he sells the goods on cost price, but still he is making a profit of 25%, what weight is he using for every 1000 grams? If that is what I need to find it out, then how do I find out this value? What weight is he using for every 1000 grams? So, what I know is the selling price is always 100, this selling price is always 100, and there is a profit of 25%, that what will be the cost price? The cost price will be selling price minus profit, that is the cost price in this case will be 75 out of 100, this is the 75. So, that means how much he is selling? He is only selling 75 out of 100. So, out of 1000 if I calculate, look at this one, out of 1000 if I calculate 75%, which is 3 by 4, look at this one, 75% is it the profit. Okay. Out of 100 there is a profit of 25% is given to us, and we have this 100 given to us. So, I need to find it out how much is the 75, right. So, what is the way to do that part? So, here I know that there is a profit of 1 by 4, where this 1 is the cost price profit, 1 is the profit, I am sorry. So, 1 is the profit and this is the cost price. Then what is the selling price? Selling price will be total 1 plus 4 is 5. So, 5 is your selling price. So, if I know that this part is how many parts? 5 parts, whereas I need to find out how many parts? 4 parts. So, therefore, find out the 4 parts out of 5 parts. You can see that this 200 into 4, that comes 800. The same approach I should have over here, my dear friends. I will explain this once very clearly. I am sure you will not have any doubt after that. Okay, let me erase this all ink part first. Why it is not getting erased? Okay. Let me just change the slide and see if it is getting erased. Yes. Now, we will answer this question. What is the profit percentage over here? The profit percentage is 25%, 25 by 6%. Can I write down this 25 by 6% as 25 by 6 into 100? Can I write down this as 1 by, with this 4 times and 4 by 4 into 6, that is 24. So, what is this 1 by 24 profit? That means the 1 is the cost profit over here, and this is the cost price, and what will be the selling price? So, selling price will be the cost price plus profit, that is 24 plus 1, that is 25 is the selling price. And in this case the selling price is how many grams? 1000 grams. So, this value 1000 grams is given to us. I have to find out what the weight he has used for every 1000 grams. He has used this weight 24 parts, then 24 parts is how much? Did anyone answer the question? Even if not, you are understanding it. So, that is sufficient for me. So, what I am going to do over here is, that is 1000 gram I already know that he sells 1000, claims to sells 1000. That is how many parts? That one, that is 25 parts, right. divided by 25, but actually how much he gives? He gives 24 parts only. So, multiply by 24, multiply by 24. When you divide by 25, you are getting 1 part, and then you multiply that by 24, you are getting 24 part, and that is the weight. You can find it out. The he is using for every 1000 grams. And from here onwards, I am sure everyone knows that this gets cancelled 4 times, 40 times, 24 into 4, that comes 96. So, 960 grams he uses for every 1000 grams, and therefore, he is making a profit of 1 by 6%. Is this the only questions or only exam it comes? No, I have picked up the 4 questions in which there is a cheating and making a profit. Look at the next question, my dear friends, over here. Let us move on to the next. And in this question, what is there in this question? Let me read down, and then I will give a few minutes, few seconds for you. Look at this one. This question is of RRB PO prelim of 2019. Very frequently the questions of dishonest trader comes in the exam. Now, here the question is, the dishonest shopkeeper used to sell oil for rupees 20 per kg and claimed of selling at cost price. He says that I am selling at the cost price, and he sells for rupees 20 per kg. A customer bought 2 kg of onion. Is that the onion? Okay. And he gives only 800 grams instead of 1 kg. Instead of 1 kg, he gives 800 grams. So, instead of 2 kg, he will be giving 600 grams. Now, find the shopkeeper's actual profit percentage. So, I wanted to tell you that at the prelim level, this one line question comes. One line question comes, and I am hoping that some of you will be able to answer the question. So, shall I wait for 10-15 seconds? Either you will answer the question, or you will learn the best way to answer this question. I say that either you will answer the question, or you will learn the best way to answer the question, and I notice that Mr. Ganesh has said that option C. Okay. Let me check that if this question would have been there, if you would have been writing this examination, you could answer this question in 5 to 7 seconds or less than that. What is the answer? The answer C, my friend Ganesh is correct. What is the best way to answer this question? Look at this one. This all unnecessary stuff. He purchasing 2 kg onion or 2000 kg onion. It is irrelevant in the process of answering the question. Now, it is clearly mentioned here that for every 1000 grams, what he is doing is he is giving 800 grams. This is given to us. So, what happens here? This is my selling price, because he is collecting the money for 1000 grams, and he is delivering the goods of 800 grams only. This is my cost price. This one thing we know in the introduction itself. So, you have the SP, you have the CP, you can find out the profit percentage. So, what is that profit? I notice that there is a profit of 200 over cost price. So, 200 is what percentage over 800, and which is nothing but 1 by 4, and which is 25%, and the 25% option C, Mr. Ganesh has rightly said. Yes, my dear friends. This is the only thing I need to do. And in the exam, we even do not write this 1000 grams and 800 grams. Itself is given over here. For every kg, he is using how many grams? 800 grams. That means that is 1000 gram is my selling price, and he delivers 800 grams, that is my cost price. from the question itself we can understand 200 grams is the profit over every 800 grams. So, the percentage profit will remain same whether it is on 1 kg or whether it is 1000 kg, the percentage will remain same, percentage profit. So, I am moving on to the next question. Again it is on dishonest selling. Look at this part here, question number 3. I also picked up the previous year question, because I know very frequently comes. As you are going to write the mini examination in coming days, make sure that every type of presentations you can answer it. Look at this one. A dishonest dealer sells the goods at 10% loss, at 10% loss on the cost price. That means, if the cost price is 100, he is selling at 90 rupees, but he uses 20% less weight. The weight he is using 20% less. Okay. Now, what is the percentage of profit or loss? Look at the way the presentation of question changes when in a different exams. So, you have to get ready of the conceptual clarity, so that any type of questions could be answered. So, now in another 30 seconds either you will answer the question, or after that you will learn how to answer this type of question in the easiest way. Come on my dear friends, try to answer this, try to answer this. If you know it, you will answer it, it is a revision for you, and for any reason if you do not know, then you will be learning this question. I am just waiting for 30 seconds. So, I think here the time is up. At your end I can see that still 4 seconds is there, and can Ganesh answer this question? Can Ganesh answer this question? The time is up. Okay. Now, before I give you the answer, how do I answer the question? Please see that the best method of when we have the profit or loss percentage, and we also have the how much percentage he gives less. So, in that case, as we are dealing with the percentage, I will take that initially that 100, this is a value, and he is selling at 10% loss and also giving at 20% less. So, here the word less, and here the word profit or loss, just write down in this triangular way. Okay. Now, what happens here? Look at this one, how simply we can answer this question. He is given 20% less, that means he gives how much? 80, done, and he is selling at 10% loss. So, this is 100, on that if you are selling it at 10 loss, that means your price here will be 90. What should I do with these two prices? So, this is the selling price and this is my cost price. Remember the structure, very useful. So, once you have the cost price and you have the selling price, you can find out the profit or loss percentage. Now, coming to this question, the selling price is more than the cost price, therefore, there is a profit. How much profit is this? I notice that there is a profit of 10 over 8. So, if the profit is 10 over 80 by 1 by 8, and that comes 12.5% profit, 12.5% profit. So, what should be the answer over here? 12.5%, option choice A. Yes, my friends. So, those whoever is there on the board is understanding this. I am moving on to the next question, and here also you can see that this is again the dishonest selling. I want to share this also, that this is of the question prepared by me. Now, because it is not the previous year question. A retailer marked the wheat 50% above the cost price and offered 20% discount, but while selling he cheats the customer by what percentage? 10% less weight. Now, find his overall profit percentage. Think of it by using these two information, that is, he increased the price by 30%, the markup percentage is 50% and giving a discount of 10%. I can get the profit or loss percentage. Okay. And coming over here, he gives 10% less. So, I will go with the same method over here. All are mentioned in percentage. So, my beginning value should be 100, and here I will be writing this one how much less, and here I will be writing profit or loss. So, I will get this part will be my selling price, this one will be my selling price, and this one will be my cost price. And once I get the selling price and cost price, I can get the profit percentage or loss percentage. Come on my friends, if anyone answer the question, I am very happy that Ganesh has responded it. Yes, my dear friend Ganesh, can you answer this question? Shall I give you your 30 seconds? Now 30 seconds is in your hand now. And I am very happy to see that Sai Krishna has said option A. So, you do not need more time, and we do not get the time in the examinations. We just have to know almost all the questions. Go there, start solving the question. So, I can see that time is going to be over, and so 2 seconds, 1 second, time up. Sai has said option 1, 33 1 by 3, that is right Mr. Sai, option A. Well done, well done. So, that is you understood it, that 20% here I will apply the formula, the two effect, x plus y plus xy by 100 formula. He increased the price by 50% and he is giving a discount of 20%. So, this is x and this is y. So, minus 50 into 20, that is 1000 by 100, you get 10. That means, overall he is getting a profit of 20%. So, let us write down here, if he is making a profit of 20%, then 100 plus 20, this is 120, and he gives the 10% less over here. So, 100 minus 10, this become 90. So, you have the cost price and you have the selling price. You can find out the profit. How much is the profit? Profit is 30, 120 minus 90, 30. And what is the profit percentage? 30 over cost price. The profit is 30 over cost price is 90, 1 by 3, which is 33.33 percentage. Rightly answered, my dear friend. Now, I hope if the questions like this comes, you will be able to answer it. Fine. I am moving on to the next type of questions, and here is this, mark priced. So, the moment it comes profit and loss, you will definitely have the questions like mark priced is involved in it. So, let us check what is the question here. Let us check what is the question here. Ratio of the selling price to cost price 9:7. Look at this one, I am working on the previous year question, RRB Clerk mean 2022. So, selling price to cost price ratio 9:7, and the ratio of the selling price to mark price is 5:6. The mark price of the book is what percentage more than that of selling price of the book? Yes, my dear friend, find out the continued ratio and you can answer the question, or else wait after 30 seconds. I will tell you this question can be answered in 5-6 seconds after reading the question. Come on friends, if some of you can answer the question, I will be very happy. And I got the answer, and is none other than Krishnan. He says 20. You have taken the least possible time, Mr. Krishnan, and I can see the time is now the time is up, and you said 20, and the 20 which one? Option E. Let's check that. That's right, Mr. Krishnan. That's right, sir. So how do you do this one? You have you are good in continued ratio proportion, you are good, and you know the order. The first cost price comes, and then comes mark price, and then comes selling price. The pattern of the prices goes in this order. So I will take the cost price. If it is 7, the selling price is 9. If the cost price 7, the selling price is 9. And another ratio is there. If the selling price is 5, this selling price is 5, then the mark price is 6. And I am sure you know the continued ratio, how to find it. So that is what is that continued ratio here? Multiply both the ratio by 9. 9 5 is 45, and 9 6 is 54. Multiply these terms by 5. So 5 9 45 is there. 5 7 is 35. And it is said that the mark price is what percentage more than the selling price. So where is the mark price? This is what the mark price is, and this is the selling price is. I notice that mark price is 9 more over 45. So 9 over 45, which is 1 by 5, which is 20%, is my required value. Well done. Okay. I am moving on to the next one. Yes, Sai Krishna. Very good to see you on the board. Okay, the next question on the board is this, my dear friend. Look at this one about discount. 2-3 questions I have taken for the discounts, and after that I have taken the open questions. Now, allowing 20%, allowing 20% and 15% successive discount, the selling price of an article is become 3060. Then find the mark price of the article. I will say 5 after reading the question, 5 seconds it will take to solve it. I am giving 30 seconds. Come on my friends, let us consider this as practice. While I was preparing for the bank exams, I used to spend myself 10 hours or so, and I used to spend 2-3 hours with my friends for practicing. Now, that gives some diversion in preparation. Hope whoever is watching live, either you will learn how you will answer the question. There are 2 things is possible now. Either you will answer the question, or you will learn the best method to answer the question. Come on, your time is up, I think. Now, my dear friend, the one basic approach is here. I do not know what is the mark priced, but what I know is the discount is always given on the mark priced. So, I was asked to find out the mark price. Let us assume that the mark price is X. On the mark price, when 20% discount is there, that means you are selling at 80%, and the 80% fraction is 4 by 5. 4 by 5. Now, you gave the second discount over there, that means 15%, again you are giving a discount, that means you are selling at 85%, the fraction is 17 by 20. So, into 17 by 20, and what is after that, what comes is the selling price. From the mark price, if you are taken out the discount, you are getting the selling price which is given to us as 3060. That is the only thing. These are the one line question, my dear friend. You can see that this was of this exam question. Now, anyone? Oh, wow. So, it is great to see, Sai, that you have said option C, that is 4500. Let me check that. Yes, you are right. You are right, Mr. Sai. The rest part is a simple calculation, cancellation. So, let us cancel this. I notice that this gets cancelled 5 times and this gets cancelled 1 and 0, 8. So, no, 18 times. So, 180, 180 into 25. How do we multiply any number by 25? We put 2 zeros over here and divide it by 4. That is all. So, that is how I get over here what? That is 4 4 16 and 4 5 20 followed by 2 zeros. Beautifully answer the question. Okay. Moving on to the next question on the board is this. Come on. This again on the mark price and all, and after I think after one question we will go for the open questions, not the category wise. So, let us answer this question here. What is this question? Mark price of and this also I have taken the RRB Clerk Specialist Officer of 2019. The mark price of the machine is given to us, and by selling it at a discount of 20% and 4%, the mark price of the machine is 18,000. By selling it at a discount of 20% and 4%. Okay. Now, by selling it a discount of 20%, he incur a loss of 4%. He incur a loss of 4%. So, you are asked to find out what is the cost price. Yes, my friends. So, once you know the mark price, by applying the discount, what will you get? You get the selling price. And once you get the selling price, if you have the selling price given to us, if you have loss given to us, can't you find out the cost price? Yes, we can find out. Come on, take your 30 seconds and then either you will answer this question with the fastest possible method or you will learn it now. Come on, my dear friends, I am very happy to see that is 10,000, 15,000. So, it indicates that Mr. Krishnan is very comfortable on these models. Okay, my Krishna, dear Krishnan, let me time is up. Now, let me see that he said how much? That is 15,000. So, 15,000 option D. Let me check option D is correct. Yes, yes, Krishnan, you are correct, and no mistake in the calculation. I am very happy. So, look at this one. I know 18,000 is there. In one line we will find it out. Look at the best way to answer the question. This 18,000 mark price. So, convert that into selling price. That means take out the 20% discount. That means 80% of the mark price. 80% means 4 by 5. So, take the 4 by 5 over here. Now, I got the selling price, and this selling price there is a loss of 4%. That means this selling price is 100 minus 4, that comes 96% of the cost price. I need the cost price. So, multiply this by 100 and divide this by 96, you are getting 100%. That is our one line answer. Okay, one line solution. So, let me finish this one. So, when I notice that as this is getting cancelled with 24 times, okay, 24 into that is 5. This will get cancelled how many times? Will that be 120? So, 120, that is 1 and 5. So, that is 150 times followed by 2 zeros. So, you are getting over here 1 5 followed by 3 zeros. That is your answer, and you have rightly corrected your answer from 10,000 to 15,000. Well done, my dear friends. So, can you see that the previous year questions levels? So, it is okay. After that we will go for the open level open questions, right, where there is no category. This is also discount based question. I will read it quickly. Your time is very valuable at this point of time. The mark price of A is 1600 more than the cost price. Look at this one, I am discussing the IBPS PO prelim of 2017. So, the mark price is 1600 more than the cost price. When a discount of 500 is given, there is a profit of 25%. Fine. So, at what price should A sold it to get a profit of 30%? So, I have the discount price raised over here. Look at this one, the cost price, it is raised by 1600. I got the mark priced and the discount of 500 is given. I am getting the selling price over here. And it is also said that we are making at what price should it be sold. So, I get 30% profit, that means I need 130% of the selling of the cost price, Come on my dear friends, take your 30 seconds and then we will see how many of you can answer the question, and if you do not answer the question, you are learning how to answer the question. Okay? This is a one line question my dear friend, this is a one line question. You will find the best way to answer this type of question. Do not go away, and 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and it is 4800. Sai Krishna, 4800. Sai Krishna has already answered the question in your board also, I can notice. Time is over, and check that Sai Krishna said option A is correct or not. Oh, okay Sai, not to worry, let me check that. Sometimes even the placing the option can be wrong here. So, what is this 1600? Just focus my friends, you have already worked out what is this 1600. This is it is cost price is increased by 1600, and again how much discount is given? This 500 discount is given. So, if you reduce the 500, what is your selling price? Selling price, no, what is your profit? Because you increased by 1600 and again you reduce that by 500, that means what is your profit my dear friends? Profit. So, the trader's profit will be 1100, that much is clear. This 1100 without writing I can calculate once he has increased by 16%, 1600 and again gives a 500 discount. That means the overall profit is 16 minus 500, that is 1100. Without writing I can find it out. And he makes a profit of what percentage? 25%. That means this is 25% of the cost price. This is 25% of the cost price. Now, what will be the selling price when he wants to make a profit of 30%? That means selling price will be 130% of the cost price. Selling price will be 130% of the cost price. I already know 25% of the cost price is 1100. Then I can find out what is 130%. Let us do it my dear friends here. So, here that is 1100 divided by 25, I am getting 1%, my requirement is 130%. You are getting the value. Anyone else answer the question? That is 5760. Krishnan has said 5760. Oh, what a beautiful answer. 5760 is not there. Let me check whether 5760 is correct or not. So, let us go for the cancellation over here. I know this gets cancelled 44 times. And when I multiply this one with 44 times, I will be getting the 0. What the value I get this as 0 and 13 4, that comes 52, carry 5. 52 plus 5 is 57. Beautifully answer the question my dear friend. Beautifully answer the question, Mr. Krishnan. So, either you will answer the question. If you are answering the question, it is a revision for you. or you will learn the best way to answer the question. And if I actually write this in the exam or during the practice part, I will not write these unnecessary things. Why should I write this one? I can see that he increased by 1600 and again reduced by 500, that means his profit is 1100, that means 25% is 1100. 1100 divided by 25, that is 1%. I need 130% because the profit is 30%. So, this is the only line we are going to write. Okay, well done. Now, let me move on to the next question over here, which is not about the previous category. Now, let us slowly go through the question to understand what is there. Rakesh bought 2 micro ovens at the same price. These are the keywords you should not miss while you are reading the question. At the same price, that means cost price is same, and on selling the first micro oven he made a profit of 15%. Okay, in the first one. The selling price of the second micro oven is 600 less than that of the first one. In the first one he makes a profit of 15% and the selling price of the second one is 600 less than the selling price of the first one. Okay. If the overall selling price of 2 micro oven is 13,200, selling price 1 plus selling price 2, 13,200, then find the profit. Okay, find the profit percentage on the second one. In order to get the profit percentage on the second one, I need to know cost price and I need to know the profit, then only I can find out the profit percentage. I will give the start to you, my dear friends. So, let us consider that the CP1 is equal to CP2 is already given to us. Let us consider that 100x. You may ask, Narendra, why are you writing 100x? You can write down this as 100 as usually we do it. Now, why I wrote this 100x? Here what will be the selling price of the first one? 15% profit, that means 115x. And what will be the selling price of the second one? This is the value. Here the percentage is not there. So, 115x minus 600. So, that is the reason, as value is there, therefore, I have taken the 100x. So, let us take that selling price 1 is equal to 15% profit where cost price is 100x. So, this is 115x. So, in that case, what will be the cost price, selling price of 2? The selling price of second one is 115x minus 600 minus 600. Okay. Once we are understanding this part and once we notice that what is this 13,200, selling price 1 plus selling price 2. So, that is 115x plus 115x minus 600 is given to us as 13,200. I am just writing that step also. So, this value that is selling price 1 plus selling price 2, that is how much value I am getting? 230x minus 600. So, that is 230x minus 600 is the total selling price, which is 13,200. What is the question asked? The question asked is find the profit percentage from the second one. So, if I get the x value, I can find out the 100x, that will be the cost price of the second one, and I can also find out the selling price of the second one, that is 115x minus 600. Therefore, I will have the cost price, I will have the selling price, I can find out the profit. And once you have the profit here and you also have the cost price, you can find out the profit percentage, my dear friends. Come on, take 30 seconds for you to answer this question. The lot of information. Yeah, Anusha, very good evening, madam. Very good evening. You will either answer the question, it is a revision for you, or you will learn how to answer the best way. In either way you are getting benefited. Please stay, do not go away. Lot of questions are exams are online. Yesterday SSC CGL notification was out. So, let me see, the time is up. If you permit me, I will try to solve this question. Okay. Now, I am solving this question over here. I will take this 600 on the other side, it has become 13,800. Okay. This has become 13,800. And if I go to the next step over here with 23, I notice that that number is multiple of 23. Look at this one, how many times the number is getting cancelled. With 6, 3 is 18, carry 1, and 6 to 12 plus 1 is 13. So, that number is getting cancelled 60 times, 60 times. So, what is x? X is equal to 60. Am I right, my dear friends? I am specially writing this value because everything based on this x value. X is equal to 60. Now, you will get the cost price, you will get the selling price. Selling price is 115 x minus 600. You will get the cost price, which is 100 x. You can find out the profit percentage in the second case. Come on, any one of my friends can answer the question? Can answer the question? Do not worry, because we have to apply for the PO also, we have to go for the main level. So, okay, Krishnan is there right from the very beginning, and he answered, he says 5%. Okay, 5%, which option is saying 5%? Option B. Let me check, Krishnan, whether you are right or not. Yes, right. Well done, well done. So, what is my cost price here? 100x, right? That 100x is 6,000. The cost price is 6,000. What is my selling price? So, multiply this by 60 and take that over here with 60, that is 0, and 15, 6 is 90, and another 6. Am I right? Okay. Now, 6,000 is the cost price and 6,900 is the selling price. No, 6,900 minus 600. Am I right? So, what is that? 6,300 is the selling price. 6,300 is the selling price. So, how much is the profit? 100 is the profit, 6,000, 6,300. So, 300 is the profit, not 100, 300 is the profit. Now, I notice that 300 by 6,000, 1 by 20, and 1 by 20 is 5%. Beautifully answered, my dear friend. Keep it up. Every day at this time, 5 to 6 o'clock, there will be an class, and she earns also said 5%. Moving to the next question, my dear friends. Okay, this is the next question. Fine. So, let me move on to this question number 10. So, what is there in this question number 10? A fruit seller bought a certain, frequently comes this type of question, my dear friends. So, a fruit seller bought a certain number of mangoes, certain number, I do not know what number is, at a total cost of rupees 1500. Okay, let me change the color here. He sold 1/4 at 20% loss. I will give you the best way to answer this question. He sold 1/4 at 20% loss. If he earns an overall profit of 13%, at what profit percentage did he sell the rest? This is 1/4. So, that means the remaining rest 3/4. At what percentage profit he sold the 3/4 of the article? Therefore, he is getting overall profit of 13%. You will get the best approach to answer the question. Just take your 30 seconds. and after that I will interfere. Come on. Come on, all my good friends, this is the time of exams, we will celebrate the preparation. Come on, till the 32nd I will be silent, I will not interfere, and after that I will give the best possible approach, you will learn it. And this type of question many a time comes in the bank exams and all the other exams too. Come on, at your end the time is over. Now, see the best possible approach over here. What is that? Before that I will show you one example here. What is that example? The total 2000 rupees is there. He bought the a few number of article for rupees 2000. So, 1/4 of it, 1/4 of it he sells at a profit of 20%, and the remaining 3/4 of it he sells a profit of 24%, or I will take the another number, okay, 36%, 36% profit. I am sorry for overwriting, 36% profit. Okay, here it is profit, here it is profit. What is the overall profit? The general approach and then the very specific approach. I will go with that. What is 1/4 of this? So, 1/4 of this value is 5000. Here on 5000 he is making a profit of 20%, and that is nothing but 100. This is the profit here, that is 20%, 100. And on the remaining one, what is that remaining one? That is 1500 is the remaining one. He makes a profit of 36% over here. So, how much is that profit? That 15/6 is 15/6 is 90, carry 9, and 15/3 45, 54. What is the total profit? The total profit is 640. The total is what percentage profit? That means 600 is what percentage of 640 is what percentage of 2000. Come on. So, here my conclusion getting over. So, as 3 zeros gets cancelled over here, I got this as 64 divided by 2, 32% is the overall profit. From here I am explaining one thing, and what is that? 1/4 profit, 1/4 20% profit. So, 1/4 of 20% plus 3/4 at 36% profit. So, 3/4 of 36, what the total comes? So, take that here 5% over here, this gets cancelled, am I right? And here this gets cancelled over here. How many times? 9 times over here. 9 into 3 is 27. So, 27 plus 5 is how much? It is 32% profit. Do I need to do all this calculation? No. 1/4 at 20% profits, 1/4 of 20, and if I do not know this value, then I will consider this value as x, 3/4 of x, which is equal to 32. What is x? Let us come on, answer this question now. I am sure as it is loss, use the sign minus. So, here minus 1/4 of 20 plus 3/4 of x, which is equal to overall profit 13%. I promise that I will give you the best method for this question. Now, you can answer the question, my friend. Those who are watching live, now you can answer the question in a very easy way, very easy way. Find out x, because the second one I do not know, the remaining 3/4 at what percentage profit I do not know. So, may I expect any response, or else I can conclude this calculation also. And what is this calculation here? So, here this is 5, so minus 5, the minus 5 when it goes the other side, so it's become plus. So 13 plus 5 is become 18. This gets cancelled over here. How many times, sir? That is 6 times, and 6 4 is 24. So what is x? X is equal to 24%. That means the remaining he sold at 24%. Therefore, he got an overall profit of 13%. That is all, my dear friends. Okay? Did you understand? Those who are watching live, did you understand? Option choice C, 24%. Did you understand? Can I have some response? Did you like the approach? Did you like the approach? You can press the like button. Don't forget to push the like button, subscribe it, share with your friends, right? Okay, simple techniques, sir. Okay, Krishnan, there are so many things. You keep attending my classes every day. My class Monday to Saturday 5 to 6 o'clock. My dear friends, some or the other places you will learn some new things. Okay, fine. So, I will be moving on to the next question, and that is this. Don't run away from here. Lot of logical application is there in this question. So, what is that? P sells an item to Q at 15% profit. P sells to Q at 15% profit. Q sells to R at 20% profit. Again the Q sold it to R, 20% profit, and R sells it to S at a profit of rupees 120. Look at this, percentage is not mentioned here, rupees 120. The difference between the cost price of S and Q is 350. Cost price between S and Q, 350. Difference. What is the question? How much did R pay to Q? That means R pay to Q, cost price of Q or selling price of R. In order to make you have a clarity on the thoughts, I put up the diagram over here. Look at the diagram. The diagram itself is a self-explanatory. Look at this. P sells it to Q at 15% profit, Q sells it to R at 20% profit, R sell it to S at 150 rupees profit. And what is this 350? The difference of the cost price of S and Q. This is S and this is Q. The difference of the cost price is 350. You are asked to find out the selling price of R, or the cost price of Q. So, I will give the clue to answer it. And what is the clue I am going to share with you? That is, look at this one. From here to here, the difference is 250. Then can you find out what is the difference from this cost price to this cost price? Simply from 350, if I take out 120, then I will get the difference here. And what is that difference? Krishnan, that difference is 230. So, I am getting this difference as 230. What is this? Can you connect this 230 with this 20%? Can you connect this? So, 20% profit, Q's 20% profit, and the Q profit is 230. That means Q's, look at this one, Q's profit is 20% and the profit value is 230. Can I get the cost price of Q? Definitely yes. So, what I need to find out, selling price of R or cost price of Q. Come on my friends, I am giving 30 seconds for you to respond. At later stage we will go to this level. do not worry, we will go to this level. Any classes there, Swami? Yes, come on. Anyone answer the question, or I can conclude it. Okay, allow me to conclude this one. So, this is about Q. The profit is 20% and the value of the profit is 230. This calculation I explained it. Then what is my requirement? My requirement is what is the cost price of Q? What is 100%? So, I can find it at 100%, that is Cp of Q, which is equal to 230 into cost price of Q. How much did R pay to Q? I am sorry, I am extremely sorry. R pay to Q, that means it is a selling price of Q. R pay to Q, that the selling price of Q, cost price of R, R pay to Q, selling price of Q. I am extremely sorry, I wrote it in a reverse way. Now, coming to this one, what will be the selling price of Q? The Q cost price will be 100 and his profit is 20%. So, the selling price of Q will be 120%. About Q, I know 20% is 230. I need to find out what is 120% of Q. Come on, my dear friends, I will conclude this. 120 by this is what percentage? 20%. So, 120 by 20, and this comes over here. When you cancel this one, it is 6. Simply your answer is ready. Anyone answer the question? Okay, not an issue. So, that is 0 and 6 3 is 18, carry 1, and that comes 13. This is your answer. Attend the classes. These questions are a little bit of serious level question, my dear friends. I am moving on to the next question, and which is here. That is 12th question, option A, and the option A is 1380. And this is the last question, question number 12. This is the last question of the day. Tomorrow again 5 to 6, right. For some reason, if the technical problem is there, 2-3 minutes late, do not run away. Now, what is this question here? Come on. A salesman sells an article at a loss of 15% loss. Had he bought the article at 10% less, bought the article at 10% less and sold it for 46 rupees more, he would have made a profit of 20%. In the first case, there is a loss. If this changes is applied, he will make a profit of 20%. What is the selling price of the article? What is SP? So, I have to find out the previous SP or the new SP. Here it is said that if he would have earned a profit of, had he bought, he did not bought. So, if you are from Hindi background, अगर वो ऐसा खरीदा होता, उसने खरीदा नहीं है. If you are from Telugu background, ఒక్కళ్ళ ఇలాగా కొనుంటే ఈ ప్రాఫిట్ అయ్యేది, కొనలేదు. So, finally, what I have to find out the selling price? I have to find out the initial selling price. Come on, my dear friends, this is the last question, and some of you can answer the question here. I will give you the best method to answer this question. Either you will answer it or you will learn it. Now, these all are the exams festival going on. We will make the good preparation. Okay, 1300, someone has said 1380, previous question, Mr. Krishna, and the Sai has striked it and he says 230, 230, option C. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Sai. If your answer is correct, you have a lot of clarity. And 230, option C, option A. What Anusha has said, option A. Do not worry, Sai, we are with you, and all these kind of small error will be corrected over a period of time. Now, salesman, let us take that cost price, let us take that profit or loss, let us take that selling price. This type of question very frequently comes in the exam. So, here let us say that case 1, I am just writing in a detailed manner. In the case 1, if the cost price is 100, should I take the 100 or 100x? Now, I see that here it is value is mentioned. If we sold it at 46 rupees more, all are not in percentage. Therefore, I will prefer to take in x format, 100x. Now, he loses 15%, that means the loss is 15x, that means the selling price is 85x. Case 2, 2. So, what happens? There is some change. If you would have been purchased for 10% less, that is what is 10% of 100 is 10x less. That means the new selling price is 90x, and sold it at 45 rupees more, he would have made a profit of 20%. What is 20% of 90? 18x. So, that is the profit 18x. Cost price plus profit is equal to selling price, and the selling price he sold that selling price would have been 46 rupees more. What is the old selling price? 85x. So, what will be the new selling price? The new selling price will be 85x plus 46, right. So, from here all of you might have got the clarity that this is what the cost price is, which is equal to cost price plus profit is equal to selling price. I will get the x value, and once I get the x value, it is said that what is the selling price of the article, that means what is 85x. From here onwards, can someone work out? And is it Sai 230? He has rightly answered the question. So, no question of verifying it. This one, this is 108, 108x, and when this 85 comes over here, then this is 15 plus 8 is 23. I am getting 23x. Am I right? Okay, 23x, 15 plus 8, 23x, and 23x is equal to 46, then x is equal to 2. Done. So, if x is equal to 2, then what is the cost price over here? So, 85x, 85 into 2, 170. So, my required value is 170, option choice A. And Anusha has rightly said option A. Right, my dear friends. So, every day there is the exam festivals going on, therefore, we are conducting these classes and 5 to 6 o'clock tomorrow again, hope I will be meeting you. With this, wish you all the best to all of you. Thank you.